What's going on, y'all? Look, in this video, I want to talk about when you're fit, you're felt. Okay, so what I mean is when you work out, when you take care of yourself, man, your energy hits differently. People receive you differently, man. It's almost like you can walk into any room and you're felt. And I got a little quick story for you, man. I'm gonna kind of just demonstrate this, man. But I was at work today, and if you don't know, if you first time watching my videos, I work in the food industry, right? And it was a three type of people. I was taking their order, and when I take people's order, we do it at like a podium first, what you would think of as like a host stand, all right? And then we seat you, so it's kind of ass backwards. I'm not actually at a table holding a pad like, hey, what would you like to drink? I'm not doing that. I'm taking their order and I'm writing the shit down and I'm punching it in, and then I'm like, I'll seat you. So anyway, it's this three top. It's like this really old lady. She looked like she's a great grandmother. And it's like a dude, and it's like another lady who is kind of older too. She's older than me. I can tell she's probably in her 60s, just looking at her. But she was real pretty too. She had a really nice smile. And but ultimately, so the older lady, the great grandma looking lady, you could just tell she was very particular, man. She was very just worrisome. You know, when I'm taking her order and stuff, and just, well, why do y'all do this first? You know, that's a normal question. I'm not saying that that's out of the ordinary to ask me that, but oh, I bet that sucks, or I bet that makes things harder. She's asked me about like a cinnamon roll that's sitting right here. She's like, so do you have more of those? I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, man, we got plenty in the back for you. Well, does that mean I would get this one? No, man, we got some fresh ones in there for you. Oh, okay, so do they look like this, and is it going to, just asking me a ton of questions, right? Very particular. And I was very patient. I was very calm, and I was very kind of like, no, man, I got you right here, etc., etc. So I ended up getting them situated, but I still interacted with them, filling up drinks. I still interact with these people. And it was a point where I went back to their table and I was filling up drinks, and the older lady was like, she was like, I just love when you come around. You just have really good energy. Like, she told me this at the table, right? And I'm like, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. And then the other lady, who was kind of older, but not older, she was like, she's like, yeah, you remind me of somebody that I used to date. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's what's up, you know. Good guy, I hope. And I said something to her like, oh, yeah, like, well, we got familiar energy or something like that, huh? And she was like, yeah. And I was kind of making small talk when I'm being friendly, you know what I'm saying? I'm being flirty too. But it was one of those interactions where, this was early in the morning too, man. Like, you know, my day is kind of just getting going. And it was one of those moments where I was like, yeah, the energy is so real. And how you carry yourself is so real no matter what you're going through, because I'm still going through stuff in my mind, like with my daughter, her going to a new school, me being the bad guy, because I got a whole different kind of story being played in my head. Not that I'm not present with them, but what I'm saying is, when you take care of yourself, when you're fit, physically, mentally, people can feel this, man. And people can feel it even when you're dealing with your own shit. When you're that guy or woman who is capable of, like, you handle business, man. The gym teaches you to handle business. And not just the gym either. This video is not just about the gym. It's a pivotal way that you can do it, though. If you're somebody who, like, lacks that confidence, lacks that, like, I don't know who I am, that sense of, like, that internal weakness, the gym is a way that this will build you up, man. I'm telling you, man, you'll step into a room and you feel like you set the temperature in the room without even like trying to. You're not even coming from a place of ego. You're coming from a place of just, I put the work in every day, and just, I carry myself with a sense of confidence and a sense of discipline and a sense of follow through and a sense of, I know who I am because I put myself to the fire every day or every other day or 3 times a week, whatever that might be. Whatever that looks like. And this video is not to just talk like, oh yeah, man, it makes you so cool. Working out makes you cool. When you're fit, you get felt, it makes you cool. No, what I'm saying is, man, when you pour into yourself, man, when you really value the relationship that you have with yourself, and one way to show that is to work out. Your physical vessel is everything, man. Being mobile, being able to move around, being functional. That's important, man. A lot of people don't care about that. This thing carries your spirit, man. You feel me? And it's important to prioritize it, man, and to take care of it. Okay? But that's a whole nother tangent. What I'm ultimately saying is, when you do take care of yourself, you move through life differently. People can look at you and be like, damn, something about him is different. I mean, physically they can see you. You might have some muscle on you. You might have a nice like frame and a nice aesthetic to you. But it goes deeper than that. It taps into like that deep spiritual kind of energetic connection. When you work out for a long time, you start to build this relationship with yourself where you're like, yo, I know I can do hard shit. I know that I can lift this amount of weight. I know that I can't lift that amount of weight yet, but I know if I keep working at it and keep grinding, I'll be able to lift it. Having that type of mindset and that type of knowing of yourself, when it can translate to real world, real everyday moments. Like you just know that you're a capable individual. Like when I was talking earlier about like, that internal weak type person, that person doesn't know what he's capable of yet. He hasn't tapped into it yet. That's what I'm saying about being fit, man, working out, being functional, being mobile, and also being mentally solid too. I got to throw that in there as well too. It's not all just about the looks. It's about what the gym builds internally. The gym will shift your identity. It will transform you into a whole different person. When you take this seriously, man, it'll have you moving through life like doing different habits and stuff, man. I talk about this in a lot of videos, man. Checking your sleep, man. Checking what you're eating when you take it seriously. I'm not talking about somebody who half-asses it. Not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about the person who takes it seriously. And that doesn't mean that you're a robot and you're super rigid and you have no flexibility in your life or your diet and you're no fun to be around. I don't mean like that. No. And I'm also a 42-year-old guy, so I've lived a little bit of life and I know how to like balance these things. Try to like balance playfulness and balance being structured and being disciplined and knowing that I have to do something to take care of business. Life is too short to be super serious all the time. And life is too short to go through it lacking confidence, lacking competence, lacking know-how, follow through, self-trust, all these things. Life is too short to not teach yourself these things so that you can enjoy life a little bit better. Look, we all got our bullshit we're going through. We all got our bullshit, just look a little bit different. A little bit. We all dealing with that ex. We all struggling with our kids. We all trying to pay our bills. We all dealing with high-ass gas prices, high-ass grocery prices. The list goes on and on and on. We all deal with that. But it's funny when you start working on yourself. And I noticed this too, man. When you start working on yourself, you start to see people differently. You start to see how they handle the struggle differently. It's crazy, man. You start to see like, okay, and I want to say this, like, you start to see them, but I don't judge people. I do my best not to judge people. I think naturally, to a degree, humans, when we see something, we naturally have a little bit of sense of judgment. But I've intentionally tried to work on, like, not judging people. Because what you say about other people is what you say about yourself, too. So it's important, where I'm going with that is, when you work on yourself, your mental, your physical, you get to a point where it's like you don't have to judge people anymore. Like, that people are on their own journeys. People are trying to just get by, trying to get through. But when you when you start pouring into yourself, you separate yourself from a lot of the crowd, a lot of the folks who are still kind of sucked in and wrapped into the day-to-day. Like I said, we all got to go through the day-to-day. But I've learned that when I take care of myself, it shows up in a way where it's like you can handle anything. You kind of bulletproof yourself in a way. That's not to say that shit doesn't hit you hard. Like I was saying, I'm going through some tough stuff with like my kids, based off just like a decision that I got to make about a school. The residual stuff that I have to deal with, and it can be tough. But what's crazy though is no matter how tough that shit is, I still get certain like energy from other people. Like it's almost like they recognize, like, I can tell you have a strong mind. I can tell your energy is strong. And I'm not just saying like lifting weights does that, but it is one way that you strengthen this relationship with yourself, man. And that relationship gets so strong, it pours out to the world. And I'm not saying go lift weights so that your relationship that you have with yourself pours out to the world. That's not really what I'm saying. What I'm saying is go build that relationship with yourself. That's the most important relationship that you have. And the stronger you get, the more that you believe in yourself, the more that you can trust yourself, the prouder you will be of yourself. You won't need it from anybody else because you know that you're out there putting the work in. And it's going to show up in moments. It just shows up in like random ass moments in your life. You know? Yo, if y'all got any value out of this video, please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You know, I don't want to talk your head off in this video. I just wanted to share some of that, man. When you're fit, you're felt, man. And again, being fit is not just about muscles, man. It's about tapping into like your capabilities, man. You know, and working out is just one of the ways to get to that. You know what I'm saying? And it has so many like residual effects and benefits from it. It will strengthen your mindset, sharpen your discipline, give you structure, give you routine. And I'm not even here preaching like, hey, you need to go work out. You just do something physical, whether it's doing push-ups at the crib, like something simple, but develop a routine out of it. And that's what I mean. That pours into your life, man. It pours into your life in so many ways that I can't even get it all in one video. All right. But again, don't want to talk your head off, man. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this video right here on the screen. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.